Emmanuel Acho over there on Speakeasy, he said the Cleveland Browns wants Shedeur to be QB1. And also, Concepcion, former wide receiver coach, when he was at Texas A&M, he had a lot to say about Concepcion. We getting ready to talk about it all right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Do me a favor, do me a solid. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Let's get this show started. Let's go.
Real one never break, no. Real one never break.
Acho, a former NFL player, got his own podcast, Speakeasy. He was talking about the Cleveland Browns draft, the way Andrew Berry and the Cleveland Browns moved through this draft. Acho said they want Shedeur to be QB1, but we already know that, right? Yeah, one day Emmanuel Acho would say something positive about Shedeur, then the next day he'll say something negative about Shedeur. But I'm going to play what he had to say about Shedeur. But before I do that, check this out. I know I've been talking about what Andrew Berry did in this upcoming draft, right? The first pick, Spencer Thaddeus, the offensive tiger from Utah. Also, a wide receiver from Washington, Denzel Boston. I talked about those two players for about 2 months straight, who I thought the Cleveland Browns should target. But guess what? Andrew Berry, later on in the draft, got an interesting piece to the Cleveland Browns football team. And I did some research late last night. And this the player that I came up with. He's a tight end from Cincinnati. And his name is Joe Royer. Man, look at here. He got the height, he got the size, and he got the speed. And he got soft hands. Know how to get in and out of a route. As you see right there on the screen, this could be the surprise of the Cleveland Browns draft picks in 2026. We already got Harold Fanning, right? Remember, some part of this year, after the season ended, they departed with David here named Joe Royer, the tight end from Cincinnati, and he drafted another tight end later on in the round from BYU. I'm telling you right now, this could be one of the best picks of the NFL draft for the Cleveland Browns when they draft this tight end. You got Harold Fanning Jr., who had a good rookie season, but he got injured late on. But guess what? They don't have to worry about a bag-up tight end now. They got one, and this guy right here from Cincinnati. Only thing I'm trying to tell you, Andrew Berry dotted all his I's and crossed all of his T's, and he came through with a good draft for the Cleveland Browns. And everything they did in this draft is a sign they trying to see what they got in Shedeur this year in 2026 as the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback. Let's listen to Acho over there on Speakeasy. Acho.
Browns are doing everything possible to help Shedeur Sanders. Everything possible to help any quarterback in that situation. Number one, Fano, really, really, really good offensive lineman. I studied this tape because I was trying to figure out just how much protection can he add. Really light on his feet, but also has like clubs for hands. When he gets his hands on you, you're dead. Beyond that, they said, let's address the wide receiver position with Concepcion in Boston. Here's why I love that. Competition breeds excellence. With all due respect, we don't know who's going to be the better player. I would think it's Concepcion. I don't love Boston's game. When I mean by I don't love his game, I just simply mean like he doesn't look special to me. He looks really good. I think he might have the best hands in the draft, but he doesn't look special to me. But he might get to the National Football League, turn up, and all of a sudden, he might end up being the most special. I studied both of their tapes. I like them both. I don't love Boston, but his hands are crazy, so who knows what he might be able to do. And then McNeil Warren, ball hawk. 4 forced fumbles last year, 2 picks last year. I think he had an interception return for a touchdown. Ball hawk at the safety position. I'm curious as, are they going to try to move one of them into nickel? Or are they going to try to keep both of them at safety? You have Del Pitt. I still believe you have Ronnie Hickman. So is somebody going to drop down to the nickel position? So I'm just curious how they're going to utilize all of those players. And then again, you draft another offensive lineman when you go get Barber in the 3rd round. Offensive linemen are what the Cleveland Browns need. Wide receivers are what the Cleveland Browns need. In the first 3 rounds, you get 2 offensive linemen, you get 2 wide receivers. A+ for Andrew Berry. I trust him, especially after the draft he had last year.
That's Emmanuel Acho over there on Speakeasy with his crew talking about what the Cleveland Browns did in this draft for Shedeur Sanders. They want Shedeur Sanders to be QB1, and we get that. Now, let's also look what else the Cleveland Browns did in this draft. They need to revise that wide receiver room. After Jerry Jeudy, that was it. That was it. Jerry Jeudy have led this team for the last 2 years in touchdown. Last year, this past season, Jerry Jeudy did not have a good season. He dropped a lot of passes, and he didn't have the same numbers that he did 2 years ago. So what did Andrew Berry do? He doubled down on the wide receiver position in this draft. He got 2 bona fide that should be starters wide receivers, along with Jerry Jeudy and Isaiah Bond. He drafted Denzel Boston from Washington, and he drafted the 2nd pick of the Cleveland Browns draft, another wide receiver by the name of Concepcion. Let's listen to his wide receiver coach, who is now the offensive coordinator for the Texas A&M. Speak on Concepcion. Coach.
Phenomenal young man. It's funny you ask, because I just wound up texting his mom and his dad, and just thank them for allowing me to be a part of this young man's journey. I think he's done a phenomenal job as a player, but everybody that gets a chance to kind of know him, I call him a thermostat guy, right? Because when he steps in a room, he actually brings the energy and actually sits there, and he can kind of set the tone for anything. And I think a lot of people gravitate to him, and that was one of the biggest things that we found out on our team. From him cooking for his teammates, to him kind of helping them recruiting, to him, going to elementaries and, speaking to young kids, and, just that social responsibility. I think you have a guy that has all the right things, the character, the discipline, the accountability. I think he's going to be a great pillar in that Cleveland community.
That's Concepcion, wide receiver coach, when he was at Texas A&M, and the things he had to say about Concepcion. Looks like Concepcion will fit in perfect with the Cleveland Browns football team this year. It's the new Cleveland Browns, baby. Y'all better rinse up Shedeur Sanders. It looks like Andrew Berry did everything in this draft to get you what you want and what you need. You needed a better offensive lineman, and he got 3 of them. You needed some good wide receivers, and what he did, he got you 2 potential starting wide receivers to go with Jerry Jeudy and Isaiah Bond. What else he did? He got you another tight end, just in case, like last year, that Fannin can't make it through the all 17 games. He went and got you another tight end from Cincinnati. Then he doubled back and went and got you another tight end from BYU. It's your team. It's your team. Now it's all on you, Shedeur. You have the pieces. Only thing now, you got to get in that film room, get to learn them plays, and go out there and perform at a high level, because Andrew Berry and Todd Monken, they want you to win this starting position. And that's why they went and got some players to make this roster better for you in 2026. You heard it all right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Do me a favor, do me a solid. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. I want to thank all the new people who have came on and subscribe to my channel and show up on my videos and letting me know what state you're from. And I want to say thank you to all the new people who joined the live show. Don't forget, I got a live show tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Just remember, I got a live show Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And on Friday, I skip it, but on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. But until then, y'all have a great day. You watching Sports Talk with B. Wise. Peace.